down to it with all the aerosol sprays. It's the new way that they can at least control most of the populations and natural disaster lookalikes. Then we blame God and it's man bringing his own demise. Take a look at the screen of dermatology. Dermatology, right? Which derm is dealing with the skin, okay? Now, I'm not going to be talking about psoriasis and skin cancer and acne. But these things are formed from the gut of what we consume or what we hold in our mind, such as stress, all right? Any doctor or dermatologist will tell you, you know, your hands and your feet gonna tell you, like your feet be with your liver, right? So funny stuff start happening with your feet is caused because the metaphysical anatomy to the Christian is the wages of sin. The thought of sin is death, and the power over death is the power over the cosmos called the law. All right, the law of Moses, God, is nothing but natural, the laws of the universe, the great spirit. For she's the one that spoke everything into existence of the mind of the Lord, called the Holy Spirit, which manifests all things. So the physical only can do what's inner. What's inner is what projects outer. The book of Proverbs say what's in a man, thought, heart, aligns, like the cosmos align, something happens. Something bigger than the event of the world we are in, or your world. Every man has a paradigm in his own world, written in the scripture, plus scientists and doctors tell you this. Now, back to the screen here. All right? Enough talking educated, you know. I didn't go to school for this. It's common sense. You are now consuming something that we ought not. And these ain't taking shots, so you shouldn't eat pork, you eat whatever the spirits say. All right, too much drugs will kill you, too much liquor will kill you, too much stupidity, all right, called sin, that definitely will kill the spirit, soul, and the body. So too much of anything, all right, too much of righteous, you'll start being pride, a haughty spirit, or a fall. So it has to have a balance, all right, no balance, stuff like this happens. But again, I'm not here to talk about diseases or anything like that. We're in 3025. Currently, you would, in your paradigm world, say 2025. But I tell you, verily, the word of God say, he reigned when he immediately set the captives free. Why is no one talking about that? And we know that that's a day. That's the real Mandela effect. Poof, where's the day? Even your supercomputer said, there's a day missing, where the sun didn't shine for a day. So the Great Tribulation is the sun not shining for one day, which is 1,000 years. Not actual sun. Your Bible says there's going to come a time where I will shut the heavens up and you would diligently look for my voice with itching ears. And because of those itching ears, you listen to lies. Currently, 995 years we've been in right now. So, let's flip the screen here, you know, and let's talk about what we're really here for. Yes? Let's get it.
Tonopah has about 60 residents, dozens of farm animals, and a lot of dirt roads. But Microsoft's Bill Gates is about to turn that far West Valley community into the first smart city built from the ground up.
For $80 million. The company bought 25,000 acres in total.
Pause. What did they just tell y'all? Your tax dollars, where is it going? All of the money we know, even your little donate to charity and feel good, it goes all to weapons. You thought. Smart cities. Russia and them already done whooped, and China done whooped them in space. They've been shooting laser lights at us. God rods. Prophesied in the Bible. They got arrows where they don't even have to aim at you. They're going to shoot and destroy everything around it. And that's in the book of Jeremiah. Man, stop playing with me, man. That's technology right there. Right in our face. We talking about riding on horses. Arrow. The church. Lying. Philosophical niggas with degrees. Hey, man. What called you? The degree. Or the book told me the spirit is supposed to be the one who chose you. Already we got a dilemma. And that's why nobody don't know or look at me like I don't know what I'm talking about. That's all right. The word said that too. The world is not gonna like you. But see, when we think of the world, at least wicked niggas let you know I'm Satan, I'm this. It's them wolf niggas in sheep clothing, acting good. Like, some folks out here in the diddler caught up, but you's a bishop, you's a preacher, you's a president. You put in positions, which was told to me, I don't fight that. I fight evil imaginations, higher principalities, dark powers. Above all, I had that shape shift into rulers, entertainers, men of renown, or people that like to be respected. When I'm not supposed to respect nor believe any man. I'm a man, reading that, I'm supposed to not even trust my own heart. So before I even start pointing fingers at anybody else, if I can't trust myself, to not hurt myself, wow, I see why we need the Holy Spirit. And today, so many suicides through words, which you lie to your kids. Sticks and stones and break bones, words never hurt me. Say that to a family that lost their kid because of bullying. That's the word? The word they use in school when kids get picked on. Why'd you hurt yourself? It was making fun of me in school. You see, it ain't the kids that, or the bullying. It's your lying ass that words don't hurt, and you cuss your kid out all the time and see how they go. But words don't hurt though, right? Don't be no liar.
Nepal, that's about 50 miles west of Phoenix. They're supposed to call the new city Belmont.
All right, everybody. So our first step in our investigation, we need to go and print out some maps of Bill Gates' smart city. Get off me. Now, this is the perfect time because I took a
Braka Bushman, thank you. Hit that like. Only if you like what the spirit bring to the table.
trip to Arizona really quick to look for the Bill Gates smart city. And now we have our first big issue because I ran into this. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have a problem here. We have 3 maps, 2 of them telling us something, 1 of them telling another thing to us. This is the actual zone where we seen the news clip talking about where it's located. This one shows that on the GPS, and I'll look on screen here, apart when it starts to do this curve, that this is supposed to be the development, but this doesn't add up with also this one. Buckeye, Palo Verde, and this is all in Tonopah area. So we're gonna have to really look deep into this, and we're gonna check it out when we're on the road together. We gotta keep our eyes peeled. I didn't travel all the way down here for nothing. So I promise you, before this video is over, we're determined to get the information that you're looking for, because they're taking out our communities and they're changing our world by 2030. We have to get more information on. Nobody's ever
Pause. 2030. 1031 AD. Constantine, the papacy, all right, the Vatican, all right. Before that, Pilate, all right. The pilots got, the one with Yeshua, the pilots got taken over by the papacy, all right? Yes, yeah. Took them in, enslaved them, and got the records and everything. Said, who is this Yeshua? It's in the Gospel of Philip. It's in the Gospel of the Acts of Andrew, Paul, and Philip. How Hindu, Krishna, yeah, and them monkey niggas, yeah, the bad part, there's a bad Muslim, there's a bad Christianity, there's a bad Catholic, there's also good. There's a good versus bad. If there's evil, there's good somewhere. But I thought you was founded in the word. So you should be able to find the word of what you believe in everything. Because it's the only thing that said, not nothing without me was created. No other book ever said that. No other high God ever said, not nothing without me, there was nothing, okay? So when you understand that, all right, it's very easy not to get in arguments. You know what I'm saying? You know how to weave through, all right? And sow seeds and just leave it in niggas' laps. And your life is a whole lot better, So We've been talking about this guy buying up land consistently for a long time, like 8 years. Like, why is a super tech dude saying, like, you make no sense, bro? You ain't no farmer. You an artificial farmer, nigga. All right, you want to look at it like that, nigga? I don't want nothing you giving. Nothing. The Watergate thing, that was a metaverse. That was way in the 70s and the 80s. Watergate Bill, nigga, in the White House, son. Look it up. You know what I'm saying? This nigga been snaking a long time, son. Watch this cat.
Done this. We're about to go and look at the Bill Gates Smart City. There's no information out on this. We need to get down on the ground because if they're trying to burn us out of our houses in the next couple of decades, we need to understand that our investigation on the ground here will tell us everything possible that we need to know. So
3 to 6 months before the fire hit, so somebody knew it was coming and wanted to make sure that the houses they wanted burned down. Google 2028 is gonna say Los Angeles smart city. So the best way to get a smart city is by burning out all the residences, and then you can start fresh and build a smart city. This is what your government is doing to you. They don't give a fuck about us.
So our first trip is to go and find out through locals in Tonopah, AZ, where the smart city is being built close to. What has been happening recently? Have they seen any strange movement? And then they'll give us the location because there's limited information. Get ready. I'm Steven Jackson with JW-TV. Thank you for all coming on this journey with us. The question is, why has there been no reports on what's happening with this smart city now? Is it something devious? Is it even been constructed yet? All these questions will be answered before this video is over. And now we run into an issue with one of the maps that basically was telling us that once the GPS started to hit that curbing point on the right side right here, we were supposed to see the Bill Gates Future Belmont development. However, we're not seeing that right now. So the information right now that was presented, we're gonna X out map 1. We got 2 more maps. But then I took a look to the left, and I know you can't see it much right now. We're gonna zoom you in a little bit. This actually helped me out later. You can see some smoke from the distance, so I'm thinking like, is that construction like zone? That's gonna be helpful later in the video, but we now have hit the next phase in our investigation that we were prepared for. So we're gonna have to, like, y'all, speak to the residents out here in Tonopah and get some more intel on what did we miss, and they can probably point us in the direction of where it's at. This is why the internet information is not valid.
Working hard, but something's holding you back?
It's 8:01. You're late. What is wrong?
Of where it's at. This is why the internet information is not valid. All right, y'all. Tonopah, 3 miles. On the first exit, we stopped at the closest gas station, and the resident didn't want her face to be shown, so we respected it. All right. Yeah, do you know if it's been built or yet? I heard they said when the I-11 was built, they was going to start doing it, so I drove like all the way down here. It's not?
Nope.
Okay, 339. Okay, thank you.
Where the I-11 is going.
Okay.
No, it's not even going through there.
All right, thank you. You have a good day.
Thank you. Yeah, I live out here, so I kind of know.
Yeah, definitely. That's why I came to, the people that was here, because I was like, y'all would know something if anything.
Right.
All right, thank you. She didn't want to be on camera, but she gave me an address, and so I respected her request not to be on camera. So the whole Bill Gates stuff with his smart city, off 339, we're gonna go to where 339 is. And we're gonna go. Actually, just to be safe, I wanted to talk to more residents, so we went to the next local gas station and got more information for what residents need. All right, this is just a little mic. Okay, so I'm out here and I'm looking for the smart city, the Bill Gates smart city. Do you know like the location of it? Have you heard anything about it?
I don't know the location of it, but I know it's like somewhere across the bridge, like in that area over here.
So you're saying basically going back towards this way.
Yeah.
So I'm taking that little part over here.
Keep going straight, and then that's all we know. It's just
Okay.
like an empty lot.
And so does it say like Belmont Smart City, or does it say anything? Wow.
Nothing yet.
So what's the entrance look like? You said a little what?
It's like a Y, like
A Y?
the road.
How many minutes do you think it is from here though?
Like,
10 minutes?
yeah.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna take the drive. And thank you.
You're welcome.
What's your name?
Here.
So thank you, Mary. If nobody want to be on camera, that's fine. So where we gotta go, y'all, is we gotta hit this overpass over here. And we gotta go down here, and she said it's gonna be a little wide opening. It's gonna be to the right. So let's go ahead and get going on that one. Okay. No, I'm not driving this fast. This is me speeding it up. So this is the overpass she wanted me to go over, but she was like actually sending me somewhere that actually sent me to a road that ended. And so I eventually had to go and get more directions because she didn't know exactly what she was talking about. That's this Belmont sign. So yeah, we're around Belmont, but this is not the location. So I end up seeing another resident close by, and I end up asking her about what the first lady said, which I should have listened to originally, but I just had to gather more intel. And so she helped me get back on path. So when the overpass, do I go back on the highway?
If you want. Otherwise, right before the overpass, you'll see Indian School.
Indian School.
You can just take a left on Indian School. That's before you go on the overpass.
Okay.
Take a left on the Indian School, and you'll go all the way to 339.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a straight shot.
Okay.
It's 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Okay. Thanks to her, we're now back on track, and we start to get on the road that she was talking about. I seen it. I passed it up. And this is going to lead us actually to where the Bill Gates Smart City area is. It looked like it's next to that area where I seen the smoke at, because that's where it's taking me towards. Yeah, that smoke in the beginning of the video actually led me the right way. But I ended up making one more stop because I just wanted to make sure so I don't miss. All right, so just got done asking a few people from the fire department where this is at, and they were very cool. They didn't want to be on camera either. Small town, I get it. Nobody wants to be on camera. 339 is right up the way we're finna go to. I knew if anybody would know, it definitely would be the fire department. So we have finally arrived at 339 Avenue. This is where Bill Gates is supposed to build all his stuff at, right here. Now, we're gonna walk off over here. Oh my God. So it looks like, when I researched this though, I seen that he was getting multiple solar grids in order to power up this city. So we're gonna go a little bit closer and get a closer look out here. And I've seen construction trucks going by, but the fact is, there was no information on this since 2017. And I'm the first person to come out here and give you a look of what we're looking at here. Now, you'll be a fool to touch this gate or try to jump it, because they ain't playing. High voltage gate, authorized personnel only. So let's get you a higher look.
Solar panels.
So all of this area, Bill Gates plans to make it a smart city. From here all the way across there, and it's nothing but empty land. And you see the cities. He hasn't made it yet, and that's because by 2030, they expect to do this. Okay, so now we're on the other side over here. That part is where the grid line is at for solar power. Probably being used for other objectives as well. They got some there and there. However, all along this area, by 2030, they expect to put that smart grid of cities and networks They already issued 2,600 single-family home units out here in 2019, and then they did another 3,000 in 2020. The truck right there, doing what it looks like some construction.
See the folks? Now it's manifesting. You know what I mean? Uh-oh. You know your boy got some more. You know that. Come on, Jack. This is how we are able to do
About to explain why his dark materials in the Book of Dust, he's talking about plasma, the fourth state of matter, and how it's literally magical. I'm literally writing a whole book on this. After you will see these connections. Okay, I have to get into it. Okay, number one, there's something called an althiometer, a truth-telling device in the dark materials. This was a device that was a symbol reader. So the althiometer communicates with the dust, which is plasma, I will explain. And the dust communicates through symbols. I have made this comparison before in my other videos, but basically plasma is a field. It's the fourth state of matter. It's what we interact with. Our consciousness interacts with plasma, which holds our consciousness. The same as key, Akashic field, quantum field, 0-point energy field. This is the plasma field. It also is called the collective unconscious. And Carl Jung, right before he died, wrote the book Man and His Symptoms.
That's right, Terrell. It's old technology that they hid from us, you know, the Nikola Tesla and all them guys. But now they want to bring it back out because oils, chemicals, and the crap, the gas. What's the guy? I think his name was William that shut down Nico. Like, no, we're going to run this because they want to do gas and the crap we into now. Well, now that resource is running out.
Symbols, where the collective unconscious communicates through using symbols to us, and the symbols are specific to our own consciousness or what our perspective is. Each of us have different symbols. So when you read this althiometer, you hold a question in your mind, you try not to grasp at the answer. This is exactly what you do when you're trying to ask plasma or God a question. And basically, if you didn't earnestly want to know the answer, you're not going to know it. And very much when you're communicating with plasma or this field, if you don't have a pure soul, it's going to trick you. It's a trickster, just like in mythology. That's a whole nother video. Let me get to even more crazy things. Okay, the Book of Dust, plasma dust. What am I talking about, right? So this book sheds more light on the mysterious substance called dust. There's also a book in the series called Northern Lights. The Northern Lights are...
Did anybody catch that, YouTube? Let me say it another way you know. Dust you are, dust you return. Smart dust, cosmic dust, solar system power, the HYADES breath. 2 Timothy chapter 3:16, for every inspired word from who? The breath speaker, is inspiration, doctrine, reproof, because it's the soul of man that thoroughly makes him furnished. Yes? Listen, dust you are ain't the dirt of the ground. It's plasmic power energy called the fifth density of matter.
The aurora borealis, which is a plasma phenomenon. There's the first hint, plasma, aurora borealis, northern lights. Now probably the most insane connection, this is back from 2007, there's been way more articles since. Charged dust particles in plasma, which are now called dusty complex plasmas, have similar properties to living systems. They are intelligent, they can reproduce with each other. They're considered inorganic living matter. They're hesitant to call them alive, but since then, they call them...
Did you hear that? First chapter of Genesis, be fruitful, multiply. God's word of be fruitful, multiply doesn't include sex. It's like these plasmics is not having sex. It's an authoritative word called the Book of Life or Akashic Records.
Alive. Robert Temple wrote a whole book on it called A New Science of Heaven, which is about plasma intelligence. I'm writing a book on it too. There's also plasma crystals. When plasma incorporates dust grains, it acquires an electric charge, forming plasma crystals that can contain organic matter, alive matter, so it holds alive matter. They also have structures that resemble DNA. They're alive, guys. The inorganic dust twists into DNA, dusty plasma. Like, please. One more with names. The Subtle Knife is another name of a book. Subtle energy is another word for like plasma energy. Please, this guy's telling.
Pause. The serpent was very subtle. So he just told us the book of the life, the mother of the living, seed, and now we talking about subtle energy. Man, stop this, bruh. Stop this, bruh. It's just another verb expression of what the hell is the actuality. Atom is atoms. Atom. Said, like, the Adam you know is ancient days I am called the Shekinah glory covered over him. And when the Ancient of Days left him, we were skin flesh, right? Come on, stop that, man. We metaphysics, man.
Us something. And don't you worry, I'll get into his background where it all will make sense. Okay, here's where it gets really interesting. Lyra, who uses this althiometer and researches dust or plasma, meets Mary, who is studying dark matter. Her name is Mary Malone. So Mary is a physicist who is researching dark matter, which is the same thing as dust in Lyra's world. I literally have a theory that plasma is dark matter or dark energy. They're even saying now, let me show.
Now, you know the cosmos, I just went over there looking at Apollo. That harp or the lyra, even in your Bible, it said these are the lyra players and they got tents. You think they talking about on the ground, man. We talking about constellation and the harp of how all things are synchronization in the Milky Way or Maleki Ahawa. That's how you're supposed to say it. But, you know, who's being specific? But that's the Maleki is kingdom. Ahawa is the love of God. And God so loved the cosmos that he gave his only begotten self, that whoever believeth in him, which is the breath I am, shall not perish but have everlasting life. So what's the problem here? What is science and them telling us no different? The same lyra. You know what a lyra is? Remember Apollo with the thing? You know, David playing the harp. Nigga, that's talking about space, man. And David is a king under the Tahuti background, if you want to be technical. Tahuti is the king dweller that God raised up among our dweller, Revelation 21, the God of all. And he said, oh, wretched man am I, the same words Paul used. But he was Hermes then. Yes? Oh, that's what I thought. I went through it. So, you know, now I'm talking about lyra. And our word is a string. And what did the scientists say? We done went to the string theory. There's other things that go beyond that when we don't understand. Only the power of the children of the chosen can tell you that, because that's their territory.
You, new theory, dark matter may not exist at all. Guess what? It's plasma. It does exist, but it's plasma. There's no such thing as dark matter, but there is dark plasma. Once again, this is for another deep dive, but this guy, J. Alfred, writes all about plasma and dark astrobiology and his theories on how dark matter is plasma. Trust me, I vibe with him. This guy's smart. He's from Singapore. Love him. Back to what I was saying. Good old Mary. So they also have this thing called daemons, which I've already talked about. It's literally your inner plasma. It's your inner self. It also, plasma means to mold or shapeshift. These daemons turn into animals. Plasma is also the wild feminine, divine feminine. It's animalistic, it's sentient, but it's not conscious on its own. So.
Now, all that smart guy talk she just said, for simple terms, what particular out of man, plant, and soul and spirit is on the zodiac? And that should answer you what the hell she's talking about, Jack. You are the God that comes to those natures written in the Bible. Men without my spirit act like brute beasts. And the foundations of the earth on the quantum is the what? Cosmic constellation of the breath of God, correct? Let's get it.
That all connects, if that made any sense to you. Think of like as above, so below, where there's an outer plasma field and an inner plasma field inside of us. And that is how we shape our perspective of the outer plasma field with our inner plasma field through our consciousness, which is like a membrane outside of us around our aura. And your daemon is your inner genius or your higher self or your plasma. They also have Metatron in here. That's a whole nother friggin' video that has to do with plasma. Oh, but this talks also about creating and nourishing life that is the life has become self-aware. And that there are also these, I think, sentient beings called Mulefa. A sentient being is a plasma being. Plasma is sentient, not conscious on its own. It can hold consciousness and we're literally plasma beings that are conscious, which is crazy. But there are also sentient beings that are not conscious. But then there are also conscious sentient beings. Okay. One other quick thing, and then I'll go back to Mary and my whole connection. The subtle knife. It's a knife that can divide subatomic particles and create portals between worlds. I actually think this is something either to do with steel and how it has to do with going through wormholes and using plasma to communicate with other worlds, which will be a future technology. Or I think it is a metaphor for our mind and harnessing plasma to do these things by harnessing subtle energy of some kind. I don't know, that's for another time. But Mary Malone, I bet you, is based on Mary Magdalene, the Great Mother, that represents magical and portal and doorway. I actually think the vessel in Mary Magdalene, the vessel is plasma. Once again, a whole nother video. I really think Mary Malone symbolizes Mary Magdalene, and she can harness plasma because it's the female archetype who has the secrets of harnessing plasma. Happy to do a deep dive on Mary Magdalene. Write Mary Magdalene write Mary in the comments. I'll know what that means. Just trust me, you want to hear that one. She has a lot to do with Inanna and Isis. Okay, so Philip Pullman. Not only was his first book called The Haunted Storm themed around Gnosticism, which has to do with wisdom and definitely plasma and Mary Magdalene, but they don't call plasma, but that's fine. He literally said he was inspired by William Blake. William Blake wrote The Marriage Between Heaven and Hell, basically talked about...
YouTube, I don't know if I said it enough, but I know on Facebook I did. Your book of Psalms is really plasma. That's it. No such thing
about
as
striking a balance between imagination and intellect. Imagination is the realm of plasma. Intellect is the realm of consciousness. It's about mixing them together. It's about action and surrender. It's about creating your reality and surrendering to the bigger picture's reality of your soul, which you might not always be in touch with because you're in your ego. And if you get back in touch with your heart, you realize sometimes you have to let things go because you don't, for instance, if you wanted to be with your boyfriend from high school, that probably wouldn't have worked out that well. At the time, you thought you really wanted that and knew you wanted that. That was actually not your heart and soul. Hopefully that made sense. But this guy wrote a lot of mystical texts and he inspired Philip Pullman. I think Philip Pullman channeled a lot from him. The real interesting one is Paradise Lost, which was by a poet, John Milton, which was also about heaven and hell, kind of, the temptation of Adam and Eve.
She just proved to us what the Spirit been giving us when we say that the souls are up there and you ain't supposed to see no naked souls. So the brightest light in the solar system, that puts off like the cross, or that X and the cross like looking thing, like go 8 directions or 10, you know what I'm saying? They say rays or whatever. That's that. All right, that's the glory of the Spirit. Now, if it's just a little circle with no shine, that ain't our world. That ain't none of our people. You know what I'm saying? So, on a scale to get you to understand what we're saying here, like for example, the Ankh ain't only just Pleiades. The Ankh, you see, I put it in my post, but people probably like, what the hell is BC talking about? Because you got to click in the picture, and then you'll be able to see it. For example, all right, you see that right there? Whoopsie.
Several accounts.
I didn't mean to go into the video. All right, you see that? Look at them. I don't know. I didn't do that. What the what? You see that Ankh right there? That would be Pleiades. When you look at Pleiades, the 7 stars, they make that shape. All right. So when I was looking at my 2 videos, I was like, holy snap! There's an invisible Ankh. Hey, remember when we were reading the palm tree? Let me zoom in here. Good. You know what I'm saying? I want to show you. Look. See, it's like a palm tree, but it's produced from the sun, that pole, and then it goes out. In Hebrew, that's called kef. the open palm. You see what I'm saying? And that would be like Pleiades in the night. That would be the Pleiades of the day. Remember Nibiru, Saru, the parallel universe that they don't really talk about much. Y'all know Nibiru. I showed y'all all the 7, the same thing we got, but it's in the daytime. They can move in the day and the night. But the night, they can't come in the day. Only Sirius A, Venus, and I think Jupiter in our daytime. Other than that, I'm saying, monkey niggas stay in place. All right, wandering around every day. All right, so that's why I wanted to show you like that, so you can see it for yourself, what I'm talking about. So I had that picture up there, and I was like, y'all, this is called the Ankh. They call it sun dogs or something like that. Damn sun dog, bruh. That's showing you a straight dome. That's a gate. Sometimes you see 3 of them right back to back in the row. Those are gates to the Most High, or portals to where you won't really be at. You know what I'm saying? Like you all know in your zodiac. All right, so let's get back on the subject here. I think we gotta be right here.
Heart is pounding. Okay, y'all saw me, snow in a cup. Set it in the microwave. Start the microwave. Anyway, why? Because there's a
Let's rewind that.
Holy crap!
If you thought I was lying about nanoparticles of the nano death that I just showed you, the subtile energy is in the snow, rain, and all of that. And how is you getting pure rain? And clearly you just seen something that's snow. Don't do that. Snow would have melted in the water, Jack. Come on with that, man. All right. So now you thought my fog intelligence, because I don't have the credentials of the intelligence. All right, but I walk by the fire of the Holy Spirit. I don't walk by eyesight. I walk by non-eyesight alone. All right, let's see that again, Jack.
Snow in a cup. Out of curiosity. It's just not my microwave.
You went in 10 seconds.
Holy crap.
No, you take that out.
No.
8 seconds. You put it on 30.
No.
Look at the black dot.
You guys, no.
Look at
my God.
Look at the nanobots.
My heart is pounding. Okay. Y'all saw me, snow in a cup. Set it in the microwave. Start the microwave. Anyway, why? Because there's metal. There's metal particles, magnetic particles.
See?
Nanoparticles,
The junk is moving
and
from the
all
ice,
kinds of nonsense in this.
That nano goo, boy, look at it. That nano goo. Let me rewind a little more, man. I'm telling you, it was right there. All right, she shook the cup, yes, but the ice didn't move. The snow didn't move. That black dot did, though. Let me rewind this a little bit. All right, let me rewind this a little bit right there. Right there. See it? You see where it's at? All right, let's go.
You guys. No. Oh my God.
It's moving.
My heart is pounding.
Look,
okay.
It's moving.
Y'all saw
it's
me,
sliding.
snow in a cup.
It's sliding.
Set it in the microwave. Start the microwave. Anyway, why? Because there's metal. There's metal particles, magnetic particles, nanoparticles, and all kinds of nonsense in this. This is not snow like grandma snow that's falling over Southeast Louisiana.
Slowly. There goes some more.
All right. Do this without you being right there because I am very concerned.
Facebook. YouTube don't know. Remember when I did the Book of Snot thing 3 years ago? I was like, yo, I did not do this. How am I? What is this happening? Right? He said, hey, this is rated, nasty. It said, but y'all all saw, all 10,000 of y'all. I was like, yo, the craziest stuff go viral. Ain't nobody gonna look at this. I was wrong. That's the same stuff coming out my nose in the mucus. Not that it was in me. It formed mucus in me. And it blobbed out. You understand what BC was saying 3, 4, 5 years ago now? Now she done picked up the snow. Y'all done put lighters and stuff. Campfire. The snow never even went black. me show y'all something, man. I got it on my phone. I put it on my phone because I was gonna put it as the picture on this cover for YouTube. Back to the Future car scenes. I want to show y'all something. All right. You see that, right? You see that, right? That's plasma. 88 miles is 88 constellations. Wake up. One more time. Eternity. 88 constellations. The car got to go 88 miles exactly. And then, woo, they're in the cosmos. But that's not what I want you to pay attention to. It's after, when it comes through, what the shit looked like. How we didn't figure this out. How did we miss this? How did we miss this? Hold on. I'm going to find the scene. I'm going to find the scene. If I got to put it in words, I'm going to find the goddamn. Okay. Back to the Future car scene with ice on it. Bingo! That's what the hell I'm looking for. Right there, you intelligent smog. Right there. But why is it ice? Because they produce ice, nigga. All right? It's food up there. Your Bible says, bind them up. Throw them in the outer darkness where they be gnashing of the teeth. All right? I'm trying to make a point here. All right? So they really do time travel. Because the evidence show you, hold on. The evidence show you, how did they get that up there? You can go 88 miles, you can go 200 on a bike, you'll feel chilly, but you won't be ice. All right? When Flash go into different dimension, the nigga come back just like that, but he fire. What are you doing? Son, what is that? That's that same stuff. So when you look into about smart, fog, and particles, it's because they messing with time. They told you they want to make the Big Bang Theory. They want to go back. We want to go back. Nigga, I'm going forward. I don't know about this backwards shit. All right? That's what we're getting. Right there. It's called radiated nuclei. This will send your CO2 in your extinguisher. All right? If you don't know what that is, nitrogen, jack, carbon. All right? And you are made up of what in the world? Carbon. Oh. All right. That's what I was saying. And that's what she's looking at.
Very concerned that, yeah, this could probably short out your microwave, maybe start a fire. I don't know. Oh my gosh, you guys. What's going on with this fake snow? I just tried to catch a snowball on, like, melt it with a lighter. It wouldn't melt. I make a bigger snowball. I take it inside. I put it in a cup. I put that cup in my microwave, and I almost blew the microwave up. Snow didn't melt. So here's what I can offer. Anybody that's willing to pay for test on the snow, I am willing to pay to ship it. I don't know how we're going to get it there. I'd like to find a place in Louisiana, South Louisiana, that does testing. I need you guys' help. I'll do that. You guys also research. I'm going to come out here and get some samples of this from different parts of my yard and put it in my deep freezer. Within the...
Pause. See that, right? Y'all having fun, y'all? Y'all understanding why we showing you this? Let's go to the update. Shall we? Yeah,
Zaxby's
shall
just
we?
perfected the Philly
Of course
again
we shall.
with our signature crispy chicken fingers, sauteed pepper and onion.
We're going to have every metal that they can test for will be tested. That is a price of $25 to $40 per metal. And she said there's about 50 different metals they will test for.
Pause. Let's make this big so we can see. Sub-dioxin, furan, subrad, gross alpha 900, subrad, gross beta 900, subrad, uranium. Ooh, that's dangerous. Good God. $107. Good God. Uranium cheap, though. It's this shit that costs high. Damn.
They only test for E. coli bacteria. However, I want these two, Serratia, as well as the globula bacteria, both of those, I want that tested for them. So they're going to work with another lab, send out both, like another sample for both of these bacteria. So that's going to be an additional probably 200 per bacteria. Why? Why do I want these two bacteria? Because these are the bacteria that were used originally in Operation Sea Spray. Now, I read everybody's comments, 100,000 people on this YouTube channel, and I am the moderator that reads every comment.
Me too.
Let me tell you guys this. I want a thorough sample, right? Like, we need to have it done thoroughly, or there's no point in doing it. Because I understand what people are saying. Oh, well, there was snow in 1896, Sam. There was snow in 1960.
Shanae McDaniels.
Do you guys hear yourselves? Like, that's twice in 150 years. Twice. And we've had like a half inch of snow or an inch of snow and then a hard freeze behind it. That's not uncommon. I said that. But 5.5 inches in one day in Southeast Louisiana? Come on now, friends. Especially when I showed you them turning on the next rad, turning on the microwaves, and then the storm just creating over Texas. And everybody's like, oh, but the jet stream. See, they turn their machines on to work with nature so that it makes it more intense. I woke up today with, it was 5 degrees. My well froze solid, praise God. All that's taken care of. Water's back up.
I like looking at the things because if I'm looking at spirits and you give me, you know, the camera or infrared or whatever, I can see what I'm looking at, right? Just
running. It was 5 degrees last night. You see this number? That's how cold it got. But it's already going to be 10 degrees tomorrow again. And then we're expected to have another Arctic freeze at the end of this month. Now, that's a normal weather pattern. But what they'll do is turn their machines on again to make it a little worse. There are thousands of people across the Gulf states without power in 10-degree weather, folks. That hurts people, especially elderly and livestock. It affects our fields. Now, I'm also going to be sending a sample to LSU, and I'm going to let them test it like they would test my well water. So just to give you a heads up, the two testings, right, going to LSU and going to Texas all together is going to be between $700 and $1,400. But if I don't test for everything that I can test for, if I don't have them check for silver iodide, if I don't have them check for salt, then I'm not proving anything. Then it's just my opinion. And that's the
salt. Oh my God. Y'all be putting salt all on your food. Told you.
Problem. We all know something's wrong, or most of us do. And then we still have people that don't believe anything.
That's why I showed y'all the skin thing in the beginning. You got stuff out here seep through your skin, bro. You wouldn't know nothing of it. It's called that natural cause. This is God being pranked and killed and assassinated. Blaming nature.
It's wrong, but how do you change someone's mind? With science. Trust the science, right? For some of us anyway. So I am going to do that. Thank you to the ones of you that have been sending $10 and $20. You guys are amazing. And I appreciate that more than you will ever know, because it's going to take all of...
You hear that? Yeah. There's another person telling you, I mean, we ain't out here for self. We got mad problems out here, but we see people out here in the cold. Dang it, you need this right here. Go get somewhere and get warm. Some damn cocos. Sit your ass down for the day. This is all I got. This is all what they sent me. Tell the people your cash app. Because when I do it, they telling me I'm soliciting. How am I soliciting? This ain't even my cash app. I'm saying, like, I got to throw Yashiala already in his Cash App. I got to sneak it in there. He gave it to me. I'm like, how can I do this? And my title without it looking like I'm soliciting, man. Because it's your boy with the dumbest crap. It's like, they can't wait to get me, man. Because they know I don't be out here doing no boo-boo. So, you know, they got to project something and make the doggone AI hit me for it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy out here, bruh. And Facebook, man, that drama, bro, I'm done. You know what I'm saying? I was like, all right, Lord, I'm going over to YouTube. It's too much. It's just too much. I'm saying, like, godly, nothing for y'all. Y'all go to my page, but you ain't gonna see nothing new. It's been about 1 or 2 weeks now. I can't do nothing. You know what? I can't sign in this. I've been telling you they was acting funny. They was taking all my other devices. I can't get into my page now. I can get into my page on my phone, but it tells me your page is being worked on and constructed. Well, I know you're gonna give it back to me, but do I want it? Like, what the hell y'all doing to it? You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't with that. You're gonna give me some old Fed tap joint, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna be able to speak and say Shalawam. It's gonna hit me. I don't want that mess, man. So that's why I told y'all come over here. I wasn't playing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna get on my white phone and record and sign in on my joint. Matter of fact, sooner I get off this live. Because I like proving the fuck what I'm talking about. Alright? I'm gonna show you on my phone. I'm gonna go to my page. I'm gonna show you what the hell it's gonna do. And y'all can tell me from there. So I'm bugging. I know I ain't bugging. I woke up and said, what? I called, hey, Angel, you can get on your page? Yeah, let me go see Brother BC. Shoot. He's like me. I thought I did. I'm like, all right, you fine? I asked my sister, hey, get on your little slush your mouth page. You can get on? Why my page being worked on, man? You gonna work on something there. Everybody supposed to be effective. Guess not. You know what I'm saying? That's what I know. I'm targeted. Oh, well. You know what I'm saying? The Lord told me, the world don't like you. So you don't be crying, all right, when the stuff start happening, all right? When you know you're on the real track. So, I got one more for y'all. You know me, you know, with the collages. I don't show videos for teaching. I show videos for confirmation what we already been speaking. You heard? Just for the new people. New people don't know that. I'm not your normal guy, y'all. I'm not your normal guy.
Artwork in general.
I'm out there.
Last night, and if you can look on the screen right here, you'll see that there was an MH-60 Black Hawk with the 160 soar landing directly in front of some people. So interstate of Arizona. And if you look right here, you can see them kind of like circling a little bit, and we're about to get into these Trump executive orders that's literally going to change a lot around us. But they basically here, the military landing in front of a few people here.
That's a Navy SEAL term.
They were circling for a second, and then you can see them all right here. They actually allowed the person to stand right there. This is what they said. And they dropped down with the Black Hawks.
Going green.
Came over, you see some more coming over, and then after that, you're gonna see like a bunch of them actually formating together. You can see the troops kind of running down there. So I'm not sure what type of drill they actually were doing here or what was going on. You can see like right down there, you can see some of the military members walking over. They actually allowed the people though to be there, and they didn't tell them to get back. They just said, you know, just don't get involved, don't do anything. So here's one of them that landed. And then you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 military members going on to the helicopter. Now, I know there's been some missions being done, and they've been looking at surveilling through cities, and people are saying, like, well, it's about the sleeper cells. And then other people saying, well, no, it's just to stop immigrants from being here that shouldn't be here. I think it's higher missions than that. Here is more footage. You look a little bit closer here. This footage, not out anywhere else, but here it is right here. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them walking up. And this is another viewpoint right here where you got another 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them. Black Hawk missions. So we're gonna have to look more into this deeply later, but what we want to get into now, what's going on, everybody? We want to get into this executive order about 500 billion for an executive order that was basically right here on screen about an AI infrastructure investment. And we're going to talk about this here because a lot of you was asking me questions. And yeah, we're going to actually show the document though, because a lot of people are saying stuff lately that's coming out and they're freaking out about stuff. But this is right here is one of them actually to freak out about. But check it out. This is looking into that executive order a little bit deeper. Before we do that though, let's go back. Let's step back really quick because now this tells us about the drones and everything else that he's going to do. And I'm going to tell you what's going to be coming to the United States.
That's right,
Bushra. Locked into America because the smart wall is what they're going to start doing. I'm going to talk about.
That's exactly what that means. That's what means to go green in our term. You know, Army and Black Ops and all that, they got their term, but it go black, go dark. But hey, when we go green, we ain't trying to be seen. And we only 5 and 6 in numbers. See what I'm saying? But we'll take out 10,000 that way.
Look at the measurements of it, and then I'm going to tell you about how this ties into the smart cities. Let's listen to Trump though really quick.
Make the United States a manufacturing superpower and the world capital of artificial intelligence and crypto. But to announce the largest AI infrastructure project by far in history, and it's all taking place right here in America.
All right, so let's check this out right here. This is right here documented what's going to happen. Look at this. Speed of developments of life-saving medical treatments protect military personnel against unmanned drone attacks. That moved really quickly here. So what we're going to do, we're going to go back to that. One, continue the country's global leadership. Let's go back here. We're going to go back and then we're going to show you all of this stuff because the AI infrastructure, everything that we're talking about, this is really important. So what we're going to do here is we're going to pull that one back up, let you see it so it doesn't go so fast really quickly. So this is what's happening right now. When you look at this on screen, what we're talking about is the development of a new smart grid, billions of dollars being put into it. People ask me, will Trump stop the smart city? No, because the AI is actually, the infrastructure is a part of the intelligent smart city plan. So actually, no, he's not stopping that. It's because you can't stop that. That's technology. You have to keep moving forward with the technological plan. So no, there's no way he's going to be stopping that. That's going to move forward. However, what we do want to look into though further, they have something even called Project Stargate inside of this as well. Now, Stargate, we can look into this a while ago, which is a project that was done. They were doing extrasensory perception. They were seeing like different beings, like reptilian looking things. The military, it was reports to that where they put binaural beats on and they were starting to see these different beings. So I want to read this to you again. So check it out. Even though he moved us out of the WHO, he's still moving forward the plan for medical treatments. Unlocking creative artists, increase accessibility, stuff like that. So the drones, he did a plan to stop some of the drones. Maximize economic opportunities for AI communities across the country. So we're going to be pushing further into the AI agenda, the AI grid. It's $100 billion. The Stargate project is a new company with SoftBank, OpenAI, Oracle, and MGX as lead investors. Microsoft and NVIDIA are partnering in the project at construction at one site started in the site in Texas. In the OpenAI press release, $100 billion is expected to be spent on Stargate immediately. So at the White House, Trump said he would help with Stargate's development a lot through emergency declarations. We have to get this built. They have to produce a lot of electricity. We'll have to make it possible for them to get production done very easily, Trump said. So when we talk about this as an energy plan, he talks about an energy plan that is being done, but through the energy plan, when you look at it, Richard Pius, or whatever his name was, he talked about how the circle opens up a portal, it opens up a loop. So the smart city, yes, this goes deeply into that. This goes 100%, 1,000%, makes it just gigantic. And we just did an investigation the other day. I drove to investigate Bill Gates' smart city that no one else did. And people ask me the question, now your question is answered though. So the unmanned drones, what he's doing on that level is basically some networks that are going to be created through AI, which I'm guessing maybe it deals with upgrading mesh networks as well, which would help military personnel and more things like that. What's bad though, when we look into this, and we'll talk about the lady at CERN who just came out talking about the planets aligning, we talk about the smart, we told y'all about this. This AI infrastructure bolsters the response to that. So it's not going to be that long until we get an announcement. And it might be.
Are you a student attracted to adventure and a road less traveled? If so,
no, we interested.
It might be 2025, it might be 2026, or maybe it's close to 2027, but this is 100% since he's put this much money into it, this is what's going to be happening. They're going to have that smarter wall border fence with the drones enabled, with the thermal imaging, all of that stuff where you can't get out, and the wall deploys drones and all types of crazy stuff like that, which was in a lot of predictive programming, by the way. So, and these are what their operational readiness looks like right now. So this technology update is not going to be pushing back against smart cities. And the problem is, like I was saying, it's the people who control the smart grid, the people who control the technology and the plans behind it, and the open AI, the CEO who's behind it. So moving further though, along with this, so we don't know for a fact that the Stargate, is this a continuation of Project Stargate with the CIA psychic covert operations with the Army? And that's the big thing right now, because it's a conscious energy grid is what they were calling this. And they were able to go to sleep and move through these grids until they came back, talked about what they seen. This was in the Monroe Institute where they did this ESP. And so the question is, are we now opening up back into that? Is this a continuation? Because he's using the same name once again, even though he talks about energy, but energy is a part of this whole project that the Monroe Institute was doing as well. During one of the experiments, he describes having an out-of-body experience. In fact, he coined the term out-of-body experience. He went on to find out the Monroe Institute shortly after the research of human consciousness. Somebody said, I'm doing research on archway design. They had over a doorway of the inauguration, had around the door, and all came through when their names was announced. So this is going to become a really crazy scenario over the next course of years based on these investments. And this is another thing though, like I was looking at, and this lady, she came out, she's working for CERN. 3 days ago, she came out with this video and she's talking about how, different stuff that's happening in our atmosphere with the planets and everything aligning, which they use these planets and they do these rituals whenever they see planets align, because they believe that this is the most important time. So again, this is a spiritual gate being open, which we got to be very cautious and aware of. I'm gonna play this video clip of this CERN physicist who recently said this. I believe I have the video clip back here. So, all right, so what we're gonna pull that video clip up because I definitely had it in here and I'm not seeing it now. Looks like we don't have it in here. What we can do is show this though. So this is what she said. The Large Hadron Collider at CERN has shut down for 2024. It's time to enter the regular winter maintenance, which goes all the way to 2025. Video, she states this. She says that during the 21st to 25th, the planets will align. CERN is closed. So don't think it's us doing anything, basically, in so many words. Don't think it's us doing anything.
And she did, because I played that video on one of these teachings.
Because at this point, we're shut down, which is okay. Now I got the video. I just pulled it up now. I found the video clip. So I'm going to go ahead and let you listen to what she actually says, word by word.
My name is Clara, and I am a particle physicist working at CERN. And I just wanted to tell you about the alignment of the planets that is happening in the night sky over the next few days between the 21st and the 25th of January. But also, more importantly, I want to tell you that CERN is off right now. We are not running. The LHC, the Large Hadron Collider, is completely off. We're doing a technical stop. It's standard every single year. So just enjoy the beautiful stars and tag me in the next CERN video that you see. And I will explain anything that you want to know about CERN, particle physics, and how our universe works on the very smallest scales. Okay, thank you.
This is a podcast about the 50-year plot to legalize corruption and buy American democracy.
All right, so what y'all think about that? Why she needs to come out and say that anyway? Somebody says, I don't believe anything CERN says on video. They can say CERN shut down. But who knows what the things they can do behind our backs. Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, exactly what you're thinking. Somebody says Grand Rising. So check it out, though. This was the year I was telling you, and nobody else was talking about this, that even a couple years back, they announced it. And they got this triangle, which the Seal of Solomon we talked about, and then the circle is CERN because it's in the middle of this, and they show the portal in the sky opening. And this is exactly what they're basically saying they were going to be doing. Complete a prototype vacuum pipe by the end of 2025. The final workshop will help reduce not only the cost of building an Einstein telescope, but potentially the cost of the future accelerators. So this is Michel from THRU, who began his career as physicist at CERN. And like we was telling you in 2025, this is what they were planning and expecting. So the fact that the Stargate stuff is being announced is very strange too at the same time. So when he says, I think she's lying. Usually the devil's kids tell on themselves. Yeah, I'm not believing it. Like, just like y'all, I'm not believing it at all. I mean, y'all do believe it in the comments. I mean, I don't think we're that naive. So do y'all think that means that CERN will be up to something during these time periods of 21st to 25th, since we're hearing that there's nothing happening now? That's the bigger question. And what?
Let us not forget, this is the 11th month. January 11. Wish upon a star type niggas. But who's counting and who's being accurate, right? That's the reason why I say that. Who's counting? So, well, there you have it, folks. That's it for Brother BC. You know, it's like confirmation, and I like when someone else later talks about what the Spirit has given us to product out there as seeds, now germination, and the fruits are coming, what you would call the Spirit now become manifested. So therefore, you just can't do nothing but smile and do like this when you know you've been on the right page, especially when you suffered for making a right decision. You didn't bother nobody. You just said, I'm just going to kindly stay and stand on the word of what I know since the beginning of time. And so many people hate you for that. So, you still living that? Or is it real? Or, be like, wow, you really ain't got the Spirit, bro. I used to be like that too. And I had patience with you like they had patience with me. So, thanks for coming out. This is HSE-TV Entertainment, Holy Spirit Enlightenment Television Entertainment, which ain't supposed to make you laugh, but I'm a knucklehead. It might happen. All right? It's not intentionally, but, I might make a stupid face or say something and you'll giggle. But entertainment means when you're in the house of the Most High, I'm the servant. Like Jeffrey of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, I bring you food and drink, but not any old food and drink. I'll go to hell for that. I got to give you the living water. You thirst no more. No manna you have been given, but, we'll put a little sugar sweet cake on it. You know what I mean? There's no manna is better than the Most High's, right? And that's celestial, all right? That's why y'all call these little punk men that died, punk men that women tricked and poisoned gods. How's Zeus God? Nigga didn't know his wife was going to kill him. That's like, come on, man. You got to do better than that. He bleed. He dies. Oh, man, Yeshua appeared that way, but he showed you, I am the truth and the light. No man, woman, or no thing cometh to the Father, Mother, but by and through the portal we call life. Raka.